Let's talk about a little bit more about your life off cam.
Okay.
Are you in an intimate relationship? Are you in anything serious right now? And also, what are your aspirations?
I'm not in a relationship, and I haven't been for a while. I would say it's definitely easier for me to not be in a relationship. As much as I travel, it'd be really hard for someone to be in a relationship with me. I mean, I'm constantly traveling, I'm constantly gone. I'm running my business. Even when I am home, I'm kind of playing catch up.
Has that been kind of a thorn in your side with previous relationships as far as the amount of travel?
Definitely. I mean, that's hard on anybody long term. I mean, a relationship is about being in close proximity to each other and being able to engage with each other on a regular basis and intimacy and all of that. But if I'm gone 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time, that can get difficult. And it can be wearing on somebody, as well. And then not to mention what I'm doing. It's not like I'm just like, hey, I'm going to Thailand for a month or something like that. No, I'm going to LA so I can have sex on set with, all these various companies. By the way, I'll be home in 4 weeks and then I'll be able to be intimate with you. That's a hard pill to swallow, Somebody would have to be very confident and very understanding and really take the time to get to know the business and ask questions and be able to be vulnerable with their feelings, and because it will bring out your insecurities. I think being with somebody that is a sex worker, if there's some insecurities that you didn't even know you had, it's going to bring them out. And that takes a lot of vulnerability, a lot of transparency for someone to be able to face that with courage and have an open conversation about it. So I definitely would say I've been single most of my career. There's a few people that have stuck it out for a bit of time with me, but it didn't work out. Maybe one day I'll find somebody that it does work out with. I'm definitely open to it. I'm a hopeless romantic at heart. I really do want to be married one day with the right person. I'm very selective. I'm very picky. So that would have to be a very, very exceptional person.
Do you think that it would be easier to date someone within the industry just because they have that kind of understanding? They know how everything works and what to expect.
There's pros and cons with both sides. I prefer to date outside of the industry. Not to say that I rule it completely out, dating inside the industry, but there's pros and cons to both. Pros to dating somebody in the industry, they understand. Right? They get that it is work. And when I go on set, it doesn't mean that I'm trying to have sex with this guy in the shower after we just finished our scene and go out to dinner with him and, be texting him afterwards. Once the scene is done, it's done. And somebody within the industry would understand that. They also understand what it's like to have fans and being in the middle of a very nice dinner, possibly with family, and an avid fan sees you and recognizes you and interrupts the family dinner to come over and, oh my God, I'm a huge fan and I saw your big anal butts #3. Can I take a picture with you? Hold on, Mom, Dad. Be right back. Let me just go take this pic real quick. Sometimes I am blown away at wow. But they're so excited, you know what I mean? And they didn't mean to be intrusive. They were so ecstatic to even just see you that they thought that's their last opportunity to get a picture with you. And they were thinking in a very different place than even probably noticing who you were sitting with. A guy or girl in the industry is gonna fully understand that because they've gotten it before and it's happened to them before. And they've had to have the awkward conversation of, hold on, I'll be right back. Just ignore that little thing just happened and I'll be right back. You know what I mean? They'll understand. Whereas a civilian, when you get with a civilian and they've never been with somebody that has a huge following, the first time that happens and you're at dinner with them, they're kind of like,
that would freak anyone out.
Yeah, whoa, is this really, we're at dinner. You know what I mean? Is this really going down? And that takes patience. It also takes patience for them, because I don't care how hard they try to understand to a certain level, they're never really going to fully understand how it is on set, and how that dynamic is with the other talent. They'll try their best, but if you haven't seen it, it's so hard to explain it. I don't even think companies that roll BTS even have a full scope of just exactly how that dynamic is between me and the director, me and the male talent, me and the female talent, me and the photographer. You have a photographer that's 6 inches from your cooter saying, show me the pink. Well, over years, you're going to get kind of close with that photographer, but it's a close working relationship. It doesn't mean that he's going home to my pictures and then hitting me up and being like, oh my God, I'm staring at your pictures, go out with me.
Has jealousy been something that you've had to deal with in the past with relationships?
Absolutely. I think a better word for it is insecurities that creep up. Because I think that there's a difference between jealousy and insecurity, and it's a fuzzy line because they can cross over each other, right? But I think a lot of it is fear, which, there's an acronym for fear: false evidence appearing real. So you have this fear in your mind of what it's going to be on set, or what it might be on set, or how I'm interacting with people on set, but you don't know for sure, and you're worried about it. And so you bring those worries in, and it limits you from opening up or being so vulnerable with me. You kind of keep this wall up with me, and I'm over here going, what's your problem? Why can't you just figure it out? And they're like, well, I'm sorry, this is my first rodeo. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get around the curve here. It takes so much patience. It really does. Relationships are really hard in this industry. You are poking things in people that, like I said, they didn't even know was there. And it's challenging to have the patience to work with somebody through those things that come up. Because sometimes it's not fair. Sometimes it's not fair that I'm on set and you're calling my phone and you're freaking out right now, or you're texting my phone, or that, you tell me, look, I love you, but I need a day to process this. I'm going to be okay in a day, but you've been gone for 4 weeks, and I need to re-register my brain for a day to get back in sync with you, which I have a ton of respect for. You need a day, got it. But that also takes a lot of courage and respect on my part to honor that person's wishes, even though all I can think about is I just want to be in their arms right now, and I just want to have sex with them, and I want to go to dinner, and I want to cuddle, and I want to do all these things, right? But I have to honor them and give them that space to recalibrate their brain and be like, okay, she's back.
Have you tried any of the online dating platforms?
Absolutely.
Would we see you on Tinder or OkCupid?
Absolutely. I've been on Tinder, Bumble, Inner Circle.
What do people say then? As soon as they see your picture, oh my God.
I get both. I get some people that recognize me right off the bat. I get some people that kind of tiptoe around it. They're like, you look really familiar. And some people will be like, oh my God, you could be Rachel Starr's twin. Do you know who that is? And I'm like, well, there's that. How do I break this down for you?
Thank you so much. Oh my God, that's such a huge compliment.
Yeah, So I get all of it. And then there's people that I will talk to for weeks on a dating thing, finally meet up with them, they still haven't put 2 and 2 together, don't have a clue. And then I end up having to say, it comes up, what do you do for work? Well, I'm a porn star. Really? Oh, are you serious? Are you just fucking with me right now? And I'm like, no, I'm serious. And they're like, oh, okay, how long? Oh, almost 12 years. Oh, wow. And then it's the whole dynamic kind of changes. It's a shocking thing to say. I mean, how many times are you going to go out on a date with somebody and, you're looking for a dental assistant, a secretary, I, work insurance, I sell homes, I'm a porn star. Oh.
So does the ball stop rolling there then after that date, after you come out to them and you tell them?
No, not usually. There's been 2 times where I've literally, the second that I told somebody, they had no idea and they were like, okay, wow, well, I think that kind of concludes this. We should check out. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I've literally had like only two, that actually got up and was like, I'm not down. I'm going to leave this situation. And you know what? And I respect that. Rather than somebody staying and being uncomfortable, I would much rather somebody break it right then and say, you know what? That doesn't align with me. I'm out. Like, I'm not going to take it personal. Got it. Cool.
At the same time, you're not backing down on what you're doing either.
No, I'm not going to hide what I'm doing. I think that there's a time and a place to say it. I don't scream it from the rooftops. But in the same sense, like if somebody asks me directly what I do, I'm going to tell them. I'm not ashamed of my job in any way. I'm very grateful. And I think that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this industry. I wouldn't be where I'm at. Like, so I hold it with a lot of pride. And if somebody doesn't like it, hey, that's okay. But I just weeded you out of what's going to be compatible with me pretty quick anyway, so we're good. You know?